Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another video. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you will be updated on all my future content. So this video is going to focus on simplifying numerical expressions using distributive property. Now I said simplify because with numerical expressions, you can't always get a final answer. For example, we have regular numbers, typical whole numbers, and then we have a letter that represents a number that we do not know the value of. Now, we do not know what m is, and because we don't have another number on the other side of an equal sign, we have no way of figuring out what m is. So we're not going to be able to get a final answer with these problems, but we will be able to simplify these problems using distributive property, and I'm going to demonstrate the simple steps for doing that. So whenever you see a parentheses next to a number, the parentheses acts as a multiplication sign, basically. So basically, we're going to multiply 7 times m, and then we're going to multiply 7 times 4. So 7 times m equals 7m. You cannot add and subtract unlike terms, but you can multiply unlike terms. So we have 7m plus, then we have to multiply 7 times 4. 7 times 4 equals 28. So this numerical expression using distributive property can be simplified to 7m plus 28. Alright, next example. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Please hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm. Alright, next we have 8 times y plus 3. The parentheses acts as a multiplication sign. So we are simplifying numerical expressions using distributive property. Step 1, we multiply 8 times y. 8 times y equals 8y. Step 2, we multiply 8 times 3. 8 times 3 equals 24. Because we have a plus sign within the parentheses, we're going to have a plus sign when we simplify our answer. So this numerical expression, simplified using distributive property, comes out to 8y plus 24. Huge thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate you. Next example. So we have 4, and then the parentheses we have y plus 3. Whenever you see parentheses next to a number, the parentheses acts as a multiplication sign. So step 1, we multiply 4 times y. 4 times y equals 4y. Step 2, we multiply 4 times 3. 4 times 3 equals 12. And this numerical expression, simplified using distributive property, is 4y plus 12. Alright, next example. Now, what if we have a minus sign within the parentheses? If we have a minus sign, the steps are the same. Only difference is you're going to have a minus after you simplify the numerical expression. So, step 1, we multiply 5 times t. 5 times t equals 5t. 5 times 1 equals 5. Since there's a subtraction sign within the parentheses, there's going to be a subtraction sign in our answer. And when you use distributive property to simplify this numerical expression, we get 5t minus 5. Alright, next example. So in this stream, we are simplifying numerical expressions using distributive property. Again, for those of you that are just tuning in, with numerical expressions, you can't always come out to a final answer, but you can simplify. So here we have 6, then we have in the parentheses m plus 3. So to simplify this numerical expression, first thing we do is we multiply 6 times m. 6 times m equals 6m. Next we multiply 6 times 3. 6 times 3 equals 18. We have a plus sign in the parentheses, so we have a plus sign in our simplified answer here. And this numerical expression can be simplified to 6m plus 18. I'll do some numerical expressions where there's actually some subtraction sign in there. So 5n minus 3. Again, the parentheses, when next to a number, acts as a multiplication sign. So step 1, we multiply 5 times n. 5 times n equals 5n. Step 2, we multiply 5 times 3. 5 times 3 equals 15. Because we have a minus sign in the parentheses, we're going to have a minus sign when we simplify our answer. So this numerical expression can be simplified to 5n minus 15. All right, next example. Huge thank you to everybody tuning in. Please remember to hit the like button. So we have 7, and then in the parentheses we have p plus 5. For those of you that are new to the chat, the parentheses when next to a number acts as a multiplication sign. So step 1, we multiply 7 times p. 7 times p equals 7p. Step 2, we multiply 7 times 5. 7 times 5 equals 35. Because we have a plus sign in the parentheses, we're going to have a plus sign in our simplified answer. So this numerical expression can be simplified to 7p plus 35. All right. Next numerical expression. So we have a 3, then within the parentheses we have w minus 9. The parentheses acts as a multiplication sign. I know I've said that about 10 times throughout the stream, but I'm going to keep saying it for everybody new coming into the stream, because we have some new people coming in and out of the stream, and for those that just joined the stream and haven't heard that yet, that's why I keep repeating that. So step 1, we multiply 3 times w. 3 times w equals 3w. Step 2, we multiply 3 times 9. 3 times 9 equals 27. Because we have a parenthesis, because we have a subtraction sign within the parentheses, we're going to have a subtraction sign within our answer. This numerical expression, simplified using distributive property, is 3w minus 27. All right, next example. Actually, let me... So we have a 5. Then in the parentheses, we have q minus 10. The parentheses acts like a multiplication sign. Step 1, 5 times q equals 5q. Step 2, 5 times 10 equals 50. There's a subtraction sign in the parentheses, so we're going to have a subtraction sign in our simplified answer. And this numerical expression simplified equals 5q minus 50. Alright, that is my video for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought of the video. And if there is an area of math or reading that you're having difficulty with, put that in the comments and I will do a future video on that skill. Until next time, this is Mr. Camilleri signing off.